Now that I've pissed off all the dirt racing fans, I think we need to go find a dirt track.
The tracks, the history, the people. This is Zach at the Track.
It is so awesome that you're watching this video because I've got some huge personal news to share because in just a couple days, my grandfather is going to be celebrating his 90th birthday. 90 years old. This is awesome for our family. We're going to be throwing him a huge birthday celebration. But the problem is, this celebration is going to be happening all the way up in South Dakota. And I live here in South Carolina. Now, the easy answer would be just to hop on a plane, be there in a few hours, and spend a couple days up there. But of course, we're not going to do that because we love an adventure and we have a huge challenge on our hands. Now, I'm going to take the next 6 days to drive up there. We're going to road trip this sucker, but over these 6 days, we're going to try to find 50 racing-related landmarks in honor of America's 250th birthday, of course, 50 states. These racing landmarks can be anything from old racetracks, current racetracks, racing museums, race shops, just anything that's related to racing in this great country. I love racing and I hope y'all are gonna come along for this great adventure. But this is where the challenging and the scary part comes in. I can only spend $500. That's my budget this entire trip because the average plane ticket to South Dakota from here is about $500. So I really don't want to spend any more than that. So I can't spend a cent more than $500 on any expense. That includes anything from lodging, food, any expense, gas, just really anything. Because of that, hotels are pretty much off the table. So this baby right here, this Nissan Altima, that's gonna be my hotel for the next 6 days. I've nicknamed her Midnight. She's gonna be my co-pilot. Midnight in honor of Rusty Wallace. Hopefully she'll make it all the way up there. I've never slept in a car before, so I'm pretty scared about that. But of course, this is an adventure. We're gonna see what racing things we're gonna find. So I hope you come along with us. We cannot waste any more time. And we've actually found our first racing related landmark right here. This is the Piedmont Interstate Fairgrounds here in my hometown. I've done a video on this. Go check that out. I'm linked in it in the description below. I used to race NASCAR here back in the day. Super cool place. I won't explain much about it. Go check that video out. But this is where we are starting our 1,300 mile 6-day journey from. So let's go ahead and go find some food, stock up on gas, and let's hit the road to find 49 other landmarks. Alrighty, we found Walmart. This is gonna be our food stop. There's Walmart right there. I think we're probably gonna spend around 25, 30 bucks for food, and I think it's gonna last me the entire 6 days, the entire trip based on what I'm thinking. So really it's not gonna be that big of a challenge, I think, for food. Now this trip should have been a lot more challenging than what it's actually gonna be because when I was planning this trip, I was originally gonna take it in my 300,000 mile Honda Accord. That thing has no air conditioning. It's almost as old as I am. Super uncomfortable. But unfortunately, 2 days before I was supposed to leave, it blew a head gasket. So I probably got lucky, but it didn't blow somewhere in Iowa. It blew close to home. So this Altima, it's a rental. It's gonna be a lot more comfortable, but still, I'm gonna try to sleep in it. You can kind of see my bed back there. I'm really nervous for that. I know you probably can't tell, but pretty nervous to sleep in the car for 5 days, I guess. But let's go into Walmart, see what we can find, and we're gonna head over to the gas station and fuel up and hit the road. All right, let me show you what I got here for food. Peanut butter jelly, of course. I got a couple things, breads, peanut butter jelly, and some water. That's all I've gotten. It was only 17 bucks, so we can knock off just $17 off of that. And you may be wondering, I can just hear my mom saying this. I know she's watching. Man, how is this healthy? How are you gonna survive off of that? These are gonna be your only meals for 6 days. And my response to that is, well, I was in college once. I survived off of this and ramen noodles, so I think I can survive off of this. So hopefully that'll last me and be nourishing enough. I think it will be, but we'll see. And unfortunately, man, this price is climbing. We are at $3.75 a gallon here in South Carolina. That is not the best. So hopefully we can stay under that. Now the other challenge too is this is a rental, so I'm gonna have to keep this clean. I can't damage it, you know. Oh, it just stopped. Okay, 36 bucks, not bad. But it's a rental, so I can't damage it. And who knows where we're gonna end up. I mean, we've got 49 places to go. And I don't know where this is going to take us. It could take us down some gravel roads, things like that. So I can't damage this sucker. I do have to average like over 8 landmarks a day. You know, if you see here, we've already marked off 1 landmark, 1,300 miles, obviously. And let's go ahead and if I can do math here. All right, we have $447.28 left to go. Man, I've already ate through 1/8 of my budget and we haven't even gotten on the road. So I hope we can maintain that. Quick drive here up to Asheville. We've made it here to this mountain town. I know this place actually used to have quite a bit of racing that went on here, so I figured it'd be a good place to stop here and check out some landmarks, knock those off our list. And man, I am so hungry, so it just so happens that our second landmark is going to be Celebrities Hot Dogs, owned by former driver in NASCAR Robert Presley. I've been here before. Robert's awesome. So let's go on in, check this place out here real quick, and let's get fed. And then we got a couple other places we're going to stop at before we hit the road again. Okay, we just ate there. The store was pretty busy, so I didn't film a ton inside. But Robert works there pretty much all the time it's open. Every time I've been here, he's always in there. But yeah, it's just a really cool place. Stop in here if you're in Asheville. It's got a lot of racing stuff on the wall. We spent a little bit of money on the meal up there. It's probably gonna be one of the only meals I purchased besides my little peanut butter jelly sandwiches. But we got a couple more places in Asheville we're gonna go find before we hit the road. So let's go cross town. So we made it across town. This is a baseball stadium, and I know you might be thinking, like, this is supposed to be a racing video. Well, this is McCormick Field. It's actually called, what is it, Home Trust Park. I think the locals are actually pretty upset at that, but it got changed. But this is actually a racetrack. They raced here. I think NASCAR raced here for a while, back in like the 50s or something. But it's now a baseball field, home to the Asheville tourists. I guess it was a baseball field back then too. But I've been told by some locals that there is still some remnants of a track left. There's kind of it's been a debate whether there's like some guardrail or some stairs or some steps or some seating that's kind of over in the back, like off I think it's like off left field maybe. So we're gonna walk over there and check that out while we're here. I've been trying to make a video on this place for a while. Me and my buddy Heath Towson doing a lost track video. So hopefully we'll have that coming for you at some point in the not so distant future on the actual history behind this place. But this is maybe a little bit of a precursor. So while we got a little time, let's go and try to find these stairs or these bleachers that they're telling me about. Now the cool thing about this place is it's kind of built into a hill, so I don't know if you can tell, but like we were walking up a steep hill kind of around to the backside of the stadium here. But yeah, apparently cars used to race around there. A lot of legends did. I know that some pretty spectacular people won here is what it sounds like. Oh, and looks like you're in Asheville when you got a car full of bumper stickers. Yeah, that's Asheville for you. So let's go see if we can find it. There's a little fence up here. They say it's like off the back end of the stadium. So like there's home plate there. And I guess it's somewhere over in there. So we're gonna go try to find it. But apparently cars used to crash into the dugout because it was a baseball stadium when it was running, is what I've been told. But like I said, me and my buddy Heath, we're gonna try to make a video on this place sometime in the near future. But they used to race cars around that baseball stadium down there. This is our third landmark of the day. We've got this like old school arch back here too. I don't know what this is for, but I bet it was here when the racetrack existed. Let's see if we can get a closer glimpse of the field, see if we can spot anything. Said it was maybe behind here, maybe? I don't know if it's down like in there somewhere. Not sure. Looks like they're prepping for like a game tonight or something, but it looks like maybe somewhere down there is what I've been told. But I've also been told by somebody else that they may have taken it out. But see if we can walk in there and see if we can find like those bleachers or guardrail or whatever they're talking about. I honestly don't know if I'm gonna be able to see anything because they've got this like banner up here. Let's see if I can peek over the fence and see if there's anything down there. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna be able to see it, but yeah, they apparently used to race around like the warning track or something, or they had a track around the stadium, I guess. We'll walk over here and see just if there's anything I can spot, but I'm not seeing much here. Alrighty, so I walked around the entire outfield, couldn't see anything. It's just a shame because like there's no like semblance of racing left or anything. And I don't even think they have like a historical marker. They may over there. I haven't checked that out over there, but I just haven't seen one. So it's kind of disappointing, but we can go ahead and mark this one off the list. We're getting closer to 50. Oh, look at this. I think it's a Mercedes right up here. Look at that old school thing, man. I bet that thing's like a diesel. You don't see very many of those. It's pretty cool. You see a lot of cool cars in Asheville. There's just a lot of neat automotive history here. The shame that this place has really gone down kind of the progressive route because it's really kind of eliminated a lot of racing here in the mountains. Like I said, this used to be a hotbed, is from what I've been told, I should say. So anyways, we couldn't find anything here, but actually I know a place just a couple miles from here that does have some landmark, or does have some things there. It's an old racetrack. I've actually made a video on it, so let's go check that out. Alrighty, we made it over to this cool place. This is actually really kind of one of the original spots where my YouTube journey began. You might recognize this as the new Asheville Motor Speedway. It is now a park. I made a whole video on this, go watch that. But this will be our fourth landmark here. Still hurricane damaged, as you can tell, but grass needs cutting there. It was a lot shorter when I was here in the wintertime, but yeah, this cool place. Incredible. The cars used to race around here. But now it's just a park where bicyclists go. So we'll knock this off our list. And I did forget, when I was gonna start this video, I was gonna do a shirt of the day, which I'm a big collector of like the old racing shirts. So this first day, we've got this 1995 Jiffy Lube 300 shirt, the inaugural race at Homestead Miami Speedway. This is a shirt of the day. Got a bunch of other great ones I'd love to show you in future days, so we've packed a bunch of them. But yeah, I'm excited to see this place. Sad that it's so overgrown, but hammers home the mission of why I've really started this YouTube thing. Go support your racetrack. That's the best way to make sure that racing exists going forward, so places like this don't, or your racetrack doesn't end up like this, is what I should say. So yeah, that's super cool. We've got one more place that I'm gonna stop at here in Asheville before I hit the road. We got to get up to Tennessee. Hoping to get to Kentucky by tonight, because tomorrow we have a big surprise. So you're gonna stick around for that. But I think we need a little bit of a snack on our way out of town. And I've got just the place in mind. It's over on the west side of town here. That'll serve as our fifth landmark of the day. So in these neck of the woods, there's a racer who was pretty legendary named Roy Trantham. His son actually owns this place, and it's actually pretty cool inside because, well, you'll see in just a second, it's got some neat stuff on the wall. I'm really thinking I need to get something sweet here to support Roy and his business here. Something tasty, and then we'll hit the road towards Tennessee. So let's go ahead and walk on in and check this place out. We shop, or his restaurant, I should say. Up here, there's a picture. Oh, right here. So this is a funny story. I was here a while back with some racers after an event, and among them was Bosco Lowe, who's a legendary racer here. And he actually took this off the wall and signed that, as well as I think this one too. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, this is in West Asheville. Come see it. They have some really cool things on the menu. I just got a funnel cake that they're making for me, so I think this is pretty cool. Okay, so we picked up a funnel cake here at Burgerz. This place is awesome. Just talked to some of their employees. They're telling me all the great stories of all the racers who come in here. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at this thing. I'm a little disappointed the rain's picked up. I love traveling when the sun's out, but not a huge fan of driving in the rain. But we got to make some time, so I'm not gonna stay in there, unfortunately. But we got a funnel cake here. Ooh, look at that. All righty, let's go ahead and eat this real quick. We got to get up north. Like I said, I'm making up a ton of ground. I'll preface, I didn't leave this morning because I actually worked half a day. So we are behind schedule, and we're only at our 5th landmark here. That is good. It's gonna fat me up here. But yeah, this place is really cool. I talked to the owner, Roy, a while back. I think they're building a second one of these here somewhere. But that is delish. So yeah, so like I said, I hope it's not raining like this the rest of the way up there. There's a couple places I think I might stop. Some racetracks on the way up there. Like I said, I'm going to try to get well into Kentucky before stopping for the night. Finding somewhere to park. Got a big surprise tomorrow. So let's go ahead and get on the road. This is something I didn't expect. Right off the Interstate here in Tennessee, right off I-40, Newport Speedway, high-banked asphalt short track. And I didn't realize that there's going to be cars on the track when I got here. I think it's the ASA Tour, National Stars Tour. It's late models, I think, but I think they're practicing. I believe they're racing tomorrow night, but this is super cool. I was just going to check this place out, but I had no idea there'd be cars here. This is pretty cool. So this is the Newport Speedway here. Man, this is super cool. I would love to come back here for a race. Look at how high banked this thing is. I don't know much about this track. I've heard it's like a mini Bristol is what they call it or something. It sure looks like it. It is super cool. I really want to come back for a race. It's pretty awesome. From what I read online, just sitting up there in the parking lot, it was closed for a while, and I think they brought it back a couple years ago. But man, it is super cool. They even have a playground here. I mean, what track has a playground, you know? That's pretty awesome. Okay, so I found this open gate. Let's go ahead and walk right in. right off the bat, this place looks super cool. I've never been here before, but look at this view. What an awesome backdrop for a racetrack. Wow, look at this place. And that's Keelan Harvick right there, I'm pretty sure, so it must be a big race. I'll look it up when it is. But, man, I need to come back here for a race. Newport Speedway. Let me know when your next race is. I want to come back. This is awesome. Such a cool little track. Looks like they got a lot of seating here too. Like I said, I don't know much about Newport Speedway, but it's right off I-40 here in Tennessee. I'm so glad we stopped. Also, if I've been referring to this as Kingsport Speedway, this is Newport Speedway. Newport and Kingsport, they're both in Tennessee. Both two amazing racetracks. Both had periods of dormancy when we're brought back, so I apologize if you hear me misspeak. Just the two very similar sounding racetrack names, but both are super cool. Unfortunately, I'm not going to go by Kingsport, just the route that I'm taking, but I'm sure that's a pretty cool track as well. I don't have much time to check this place out because remember, we got to keep hitting the road, you know. I'm just trying to find as many of these places as I can. But I thought it was cool. Off the back of 1 and 2, they got all their old school buses from their school bus races. That's super cool, but they have all those over there. Man, this is awesome. I've moved over to turn 1. I'm sorry, this is turn 3 and 4 actually. Just look at how high that banking is. I hope y'all can still hear me because this is crazy. We need more asphalt short tracks like this. I love these little asphalt bull rings, you know. I'm sorry to all the dirt racing fans out there. Y'all hate me for saying this. Y'all know I love you. But asphalt has a special place in my heart. Such a cool place. But now that I've pissed off all the dirt racing fans, I think we need to go find a dirt track. Okay, so I did just look it up. It is the ASA National Stars Tour. They're having a big race here tomorrow, so this is their practice day. Man, I wish I would have known about this. I wish I would have come a day later, but unfortunately, I've got big plans tomorrow. You'll have to stick around for the next video on that because I did just piss off all the dirt fans. I love dirt racing. But I grew up on asphalt, but we got to go see some more dirt tracks throughout this trip. I want to see as many diverse, different styles of racing as possible, whether that's asphalt racing, drag racing, dirt racing, just anything. I'm going to try to find, you know, this is stop number 6. We still got 40, let's see here, 44, if I can math here, 44 more places to go. I think I'm going to stay off the interstate for a little bit, and I'm just going to keep journeying kind of northwestward and see what we can find. It's about 4:30 in the afternoon or so I'm getting a little hungry. I've got my peanut butter jelly sandwiches in the back, so let's go find our next stop, and that may be our dinner stop as well. We have found number 7, and I am so glad that I have stopped here. What a beautiful drive it was up here. I'll tell you about this place in a minute. I kid you not, this is some of the most beautiful country. I can see why they call it God's country. And the first thing I noticed here at this place is this sign right here. Winners find a way, losers find an excuse. How awesome is that? That just describes racing really in just one sentence. That is super cool. Well, this is the Tazewell Speedway. I've actually been invited to come to a race here. I just haven't been able to. The guy who's a public address guy has invited me up here. I just haven't been able to come up here yet. And it looks pretty high banked over there. It's a dirt track. I don't know much about this place. Maybe if you're watching and you know, feel free to comment below. So cool to be out here, just beautiful out here. I can't really find a way in there, all the gates are locked, but it just looks like a cool place. I can imagine how Heavis Valley just thunders when they're racing here. I'm sorry I'm being so harsh to dirt racing. It's just, I just haven't been around dirt racing very often. I probably need to get more exposed to dirt racing. You know, I just know asphalt racing. That's my bread and butter. So if you've got a dirt track near you, feel free to comment below. I'd love to consider coming to a dirt track. Which ones do y'all recommend? Like I said, I'm based out in South Carolina, but I can travel wherever. So let's, without further ado, it's about 6 o'clock. Let's go ahead and crack out some dinner here. So one of the real disappointing things I just noticed, I meant to buy grape jelly, but I bought this instead on accident. I don't like the blackberries, but we'll see how it goes. That's really all I got. I really can't spend a ton more money. I think we're down to about $420 or so. So let's go ahead and make some dinner. Fortunately, I still have part of that funnel cake from earlier. I was eating it right after I ate lunch at Robert Presley's place. So let's see if we can see a look at it here. I still got a little bit of it left. So breakfast tonight is a breakfast of champions. We got peanut butter and jelly and funnel cake. Also, I have no idea why I just said breakfast. It's dinner time, but you get the point. I started my YouTube journey, I never in a million years would imagine that I'd be eating a peanut butter and jelly sandwich in front of a quiet racetrack in the middle of nowhere. I mean, it is so peaceful out here. I've been here for probably 15 minutes. Also, I'm talking my mouth full. My mama's gonna be really upset at that. But I've been here for like 15 minutes, maybe. I think there's been one car that's driven past here. As I mentioned, this is like God's country out here. It is so cool. Super tasty. Let me see if I can go all professional chef on you. Oh, we got a wasp or something on my sandwich there. Got a nice sandwich, funnel cake. I don't know how many calories, but I'm sure it's very nutritious. Tastes good. See, the peanut butter to jelly ratio is kind of on par. We'll try to improve upon that as we go. And that wasp is still digging around in the jelly there. Maybe it'll make some honey, I don't know. I don't know how that works. Okay, so we've put dinner away and I've just discovered that I have a problem because there is no cell service, absolutely none here. And I need to find my way back to the interstate because I don't think I've covered as much ground as I've needed to. Tomorrow is the only day where I have to be somewhere at a set time. I have an appointment. You'll have to tune into the next video to figure out what that is. But like I said, I haven't covered enough ground, I don't feel like, so I really have to make up some mileage here. I've been wanting to try to hit one more place today. We're at 7, I'd like to get to 8, to average 8 a day. You know, I need, you know, more of an 8 a day actually, but I'd like to get an 8th stop at 8th place. But I just really hope I don't get lost. It feels like the olden days. So we're just gonna try to drive north and see if I can figure out either A, where I can get cell service, or B, figure out if I can find my way back to the interstate, or both. So let's go do that, and then hopefully we can find one last place on my way up. We're going to Kentucky. I've never been to Kentucky before. It's a state I've never been to. I'm gonna try to overnight in Kentucky somewhere. That way I can make my appointment tomorrow. So let's get rolling here. Okay, so crisis averted. I wasn't out of cell service for too long. I did find the highway here. We're about to go into Kentucky. I've never been to Kentucky before. I only know that it has bourbon, it has horses, it has basketball, and it has racing. Kentucky Motor Speed, not anymore. Sorry, is that too soon? You're probably just as upset as I am about that, but let's go explore. Like I said, we got one more stop today, then we're gonna find somewhere to sleep for the night. Still a little bit nervous about sleeping in the car, but we got an exciting evening ahead and then a big day tomorrow, so I hope you stick around for that next video. I have found our final stop of the day. If you can see right there on this school bus, Thunder Mountain Speedway here just outside of Corbin, Kentucky. And I can see why they call it Thunder Mountain, because this place is literally on top of a mountain. I mean, you should have seen just the drive through up here was so steep. And man, what a cool view over here. It's like drops off over there, just like on the other side. We're literally right on top of a mountain. But man, this place is cool. Yeah, I don't know really what race is here. Looks like a cool dirt track. Kind of see over there, plenty of seating, concessions there. Got this cool school bus. I don't know what it's for, a Thunder bus. That's pretty cool. But yeah, we're here in Corbin, Kentucky. Found this place. I'm not gonna stick around here too long because, like I said, we are behind schedule. I'm probably gonna put another hour or two on up the road, but man, it's beautiful out here. We got also this like really cool like stage area here too. It's like a, I don't know if they have concerts here or what, but yeah, it's like a little stage area. Like I said, I don't know what they do, but TMS, Thunder Mountain Speedway. That is super cool. Maybe I will have to come again. And it's like, this is way up here. Like we climbed the mountain to get up here. It is just crazy how this place is tucked up here. I wonder how they built it. There's the back of a grandstand area over there. I mean, it'd be cool to see a race, what the race environment's like. But this is the back here, and they've got reserved parking for all of their racers. I guess this is where their haulers park, maybe? I don't know. I got a bunch of them. More over there too. I bet, you know what I bet? I bet this is kind of the pit area up here. All the haulers park up here. And man, you've got quite a view. This is super cool. Dang. Yeah, this is just like Tennessee. Kentucky's God's country for sure. They even got a race car parked out here. I don't know if they just leave their car out here or if this is just a display piece or what, but a little front wheel drive car over here. And yeah, I really hope this track treats their drivers well. I mean, if this is any indication how they have this reserved parking for all their racers, I think that's cool. I mean, just look how many signs there are all the way up there. I bet this is where all their trucks park. That is so cool. I don't know why I'm struck by this sign thing. I don't know if that's a normal facet of like dirt racing. Like I said, I'm just not really in the dirt world too much. I'm trying to get more into it as I do more and more of these videos, but I hope most tracks do this. But like I said, I just don't know why. It just strikes me. It's just super cool that, you know, they have these reserved signs, these personalized signs for all their racers. That's just, like I said, I hope they treat their racers well. And when there's more of a view, I mean, we're outside turn 4 and just look down there, the valley down there. It looks to be about maybe I don't know, a 4/10 of a mile track maybe. And we're about to ready to leave, but I drove down here because this sign's super cool. It sits out here by the main road there. I just want to give you a sense of like, I'm not kidding when it's like on top of a mountain. Like the track is way up there. And this little tiny road up there goes all the way up this hill. I bet the thunder really roars from that mountain on race day. So yeah, maybe I'll come back one day for a race. Somebody's got the good honor of having their late model on the side of this thing. I don't know who that is, but number 35, Matt, that's his hot rods. I wonder if that's that's like a house car or something, because Barton's, I saw a bunch of those trucks up there. I think that's a trucking company based out of there. So that's super cool. Thunder Mountain Speedway for you here, Corbin, Kentucky, 8th and final stop of the day. I think we're gonna try to put some mileage in. It's getting dark, so man, this is super cool. I just hope I can do 5 more days of this. I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty tired, but you know, it's just exciting to find all these places that I've never been to before. And it's just a cool thing about racing is you never know what you're gonna find. Every racetrack is different. It's not like a baseball field, you know? It's not like a football field where dimensions are the same. It's just every place has just such unique character. And they're often in these little small towns out throughout America. You know, I just love small town America. So visit your local racetrack. We'll talk about more of that in the course of this video series as we travel to all 50 of these sites. Like I said, we got 42 more to go. We've hit 8. So I hope you stay tuned. Let's go ahead and follow me on to Sleep from the Night. We'll document that, see how it goes sleeping in the car, and then we'll catch you tomorrow. Well, we didn't actually really get very far because I just found out that Corbin, Kentucky is home to both Thunder Mountain Speedway and Kentucky Fried Chicken. So of course I had to stop. I guess that's the first KFC. Got a museum over there. So anyways, now we're gonna get out of town. I just thought I'd stop in and see a cool landmark. Also, I might add that this does not count as our racing landmarks because America's Most Famous Colonel did not race, although they did do a little bit of sponsorship, but still doesn't count. Alrighty friends, we have stopped for the night. We pulled off here at this rest stop somewhere outside Frankfort, Kentucky. We actually made pretty good time here, put in about 120 miles there that last stint, which should put us in good shape for tomorrow. Midnight's been great. It's really good that I'm taking her instead of my Honda, which I was originally going to take, but she's getting 37 mile a gallon in this Altima, which is pretty incredible considering this is a big full-size sedan here, so that should put us in good shape on the gas, but we'll see. I'm already running to use the bathroom, change clothes, and then we're gonna get set up to go to sleep and do a day recap, so let's go ahead and do that. Man, I am so tired, so I hope this setting up this bed here doesn't take too long. We are all set up in here, and one thing I didn't take into consideration when sleeping in a car is it's not very spacious. I am over 6 feet tall, and this is not room for a 6 foot tall person, so we're just gonna sleep sideways, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and look at our board here. We're down under 1,000 miles, so that's good. I don't think we're gonna have as long of a day tomorrow. 8 out of 50. I'm feeling okay about this. We're right on track. The budget though, we spent a lot. Almost 80 bucks. We still have got 6 more days, so this may be tight. I think we got about 100 miles or so to go before we need to fill up for gas, but still, you never know what expenses may arise, so we've got to really stick to this. But yeah, I think we're pretty good. Loved exploring today. I thought Newport Speedway, that was a super cool track. Thunder Mountain on top of the mountain, like that was super cool to see. I want to go to a race there so bad. It's amazing how they built it right there of all places. So I wonder what we'll find tomorrow. I've got, like I said, one guaranteed stop that I must make, but other than that, we're just gonna go find some places, see how many we can find, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Next time on our cheap racing road trip across America, I steal some trash, some school buses steal my attention, and Jesse Love fist bumps a few dudes. Please subscribe so you don't miss episode 2.